What's going on, guys? Julian here. Quick market recap. So I'll start off at the top of the markets. We got the SPY, IWM, Qs, and the diamonds, and across the board we're net positive. Not a lot going on. I mean, up almost 1% today. The SPY did break out of a long-term range. You can see right through here. We've just been consolidating for the last little while. We had a bit of a bull trap, bear trap, and now we're on the other side of that resistance, 421. So, pardon me, what I'd be looking for is price action to retest 421 and bounce from there. I know we confirmed that this thing is moving. Now, if we actually go over to the SPY chart and do a little bit of a deep dive here, you know, one of the things that I was mentioning was although the daily chart is looking strong, and although we've broken out of this, well, we're about to break out of this resistance level at 422. You'll see that there's a little bit of divergence that's going on. And what I mean is we've got this support level down through here. Price action's been moving sideways. The momentum indicator, the MACD, it is moving towards the downside. So there's a little bit of divergence in that sense. And you can see also today that although price action is testing all-time highs, and although it has broken out of a little bit more of a finite range here at 421-ish, volume levels are all below, excuse me, below the average, and that doesn't really bode well for long-term price movement. So the idea is that if a key level is breaking, if market participants are coming in and putting money to work, if it is truly a risk-on trade, there should be a lot of volume. This essentially volume is the indicator that gives you insight into market participation. If you've got a large green bar that represents buyers or a large red bar that represents sellers, it's essentially a receipt for the day of overall participation, and we're just not seeing those levels uptick to a a convincing level, right? So we've got this 20-day simple moving average, and you'll see here that price action is below that 20-day simple moving average. So little things like that, little things with the divergence. And I guess one of the bigger things is if you look at the weekly for the SPY, we're actually in a top-heavy overbought situation, and price action has just been in sort of this suspended animation, hovering over the 20-day simple moving average. So with all that said, you know what? I don't know what's going to happen. I just know that if 422 continues long, then the market is staying long. If the market comes back down to 411, can't hold that support level, can't hold the 50-day simple moving average, then technicals suggest that we might get a move down to a lower level, maybe as low as here, right? So you might get a move down to 405 and as low as 397. Is that viable? Are those levels possible? Yeah, anything's possible. If we look at the last swing low right down through here, use the Fibonacci retracement tool, you'll see that this level right through here that I just highlighted, okay, using this high and these two double bottom lows right through here, again, 405 over 399 ish. You are looking at sort of a 50 and a 618 pullback zone, which are high probability areas for price action to come down to, especially on the S&P or the SPY. The 50 is a very, very healthy level on the fibs, excuse me, to see price action move down to. So again, what I like to do personally is I sit idle and I wait for the market to do what it's going to do. Once it confirms a move, then I participate. And my participation is pure speculation, right? So even though the markets are saying, yeah, it's looking like we're going to do this and it might move down to these levels, I am just getting in, speculating that they're going to see those levels based on the probabilities, and I default to becoming nothing more than a risk manager, right? So that's that. I just want to touch on what I was doing today. Now, the my personal participation level this week has been a little bit on the light side. I've been managing a few positions, namely OEG. This is something that you can see that I was short and it got into a range and it's been sort of stuck in this range. It is trending towards support at 467. Should that 467 break, we are potentially going to see a full gap fill down to 371. The options on these are pretty nice. The delta's nice, the gamma's nice. If this does kick off a 1-point move in my favor or a 2-point move in my favor, the options that I have, the puts that I have, they will explode on OEG. So I'm holding it. And the big question is, well, if you're day trading these, why are you not selling it? Well, I've graduated into holding this particular trade because there's no reason to get rid of it. We've got this prior support, which is now resistance. Price action's trending under it. Although it's consolidating, it is holding true to the short-term prevailing trend, which is bearish. And until a key level is taken out, there is no reason for me to sell. Hence my patience on holding OEG. E-Man was another one that I've been holding patiently. And again, we've had two situations where price action has come out of this consolidative state, but it won't confirm these areas above this key level. So unless there's confirmation that there is a trend change, then I have to hold the position. And what it's telling me right now is that we had this bull trap up here. Price action came back into the range. We transitioned sideways. It tried, it came off, and really ultimately at the end of the day, it's a very, very simple idea here. If this band, if the upper portion of the band is taken out, I'm done. My stops are hit. I'm gone. If the lower portion of the band is taken out and we move down to the next level, then I remain short, and I've got about 2 weeks to make this trade work. All I really need is for this level to collapse, selling off, pulling back, confirming support, now resistance, and then moving into the next level, and the position works out fine. So I've actually had a couple swings that I've been taking on, and just there hasn't been a reason for me to sell, and I haven't put a time stop on any of these trades, hence the hold time on these. So hope some of that helps. That's just sort of where I'm at with my own personal trades. It's been a bit of a slow week. Again, short week, but with that said, got some positions on. And if you have any questions, do not hesitate to reach out. Julian at jlewistrading.com.